I wanted to do the questions also for what is special about special education for students with learning disabilities. The first question is, what was the concern of the process of assessment and treatment? The concern with process assessment and treatment was that things were not always specific to learning problems, right? So even though people were able to find out some things, they weren't able to look at the target areas with it, and they weren't able to fully um, go through everything. I hope I make sense. Like, they would say that, oh, the students, we need to keep them back, or they are far below, but they weren't actually looking at the full picture of the learning disability. So, yeah, that was that one. The second question is, what's the difference between modality matched and multisensory approaches? Modality refers to the sight, hearing, and touch or movement, and it's looking at like what the student would prefer to learn versus multisensory instruction, which looks at how everybody's learning, right? So it's looking at more than one way for everyone to learn simultaneously, meaning if you're doing a math problem, you can visually see it, you're taking notes, you're listening, you may be building something on the side, you're doing everything you can to engage all the senses in learning this one idea versus just you like to watch somebody do it, and you're only going to watch and that's that. Um, and in my classroom, I would prefer to do both, actually. I don't prefer one or the other. I think that having multisensory instruction is very important because you're looking at different ways to help the child remember. But I also think that while you're doing that, you also need them to have an opportunity to learn in the way that they feel most comfortable with. So you're engaging all their senses, but you're having the follow-up project be something that they would prefer to do. So you're still having that engagement and they're not like, oh my God, this is a waste of time. Then looking at the effective approaches and describing how we could use one of them in a lesson plan. Again, the ongoing progress monitoring of a specific skill and looking at a specific outcome is like the main thing that we do with resource. So for me, thinking about a lesson plan, if the student's goal is that they will be able to here's one. So one thing that we use is like the DIBELS monitoring if we want to see how their fluency is. And so say they start off reading 28 correct words per minute at a level 2 DIBELS. Well, then I am able to multiply however much I need to. So say they're supposed to gain 0.8 a week. I'd multiply 0.8 by 32, which would give me like 26 words. 28 plus 26 be 54 words. By the next IEP meeting we would have, each week I could monitor how many words they are actually gaining and seeing if this 0.8 is actually doable. And if they hit their goals, then like how can we better assess them at a higher level or look at comprehension. And then last, do you use small group instruction in your classroom? If so, describe the setting. I am small group. Again, I do RSP, so that's usually groups no bigger than 5 in my classroom, only because I can only fit 5 chairs. 6 chairs per table. If we're looking at tiered instruction, tier 2, it's recommended to do 6 to 8. So like I said, my highest would be 6 students per table for work. My lowest would be 1 to 3 for really intensive information. And then there are 3 stations that we have: myself, the grad tutor, and my aide. I see the students who qualify for special education, and then they see students either who qualify for RTI support, or not RTI, we don't do RTI, multi-leveled, multi-tiered support. And so we look and we assess based off of the STAR, but we're also trying to use our school goal to really see like what can qualify a student to get out of the learning center or what would qualify a student to get more intensive services, so like a one-on-one basis. And then we have silent coyote if people are talking too loud. Instruction is usually between 30 to 60 minutes depending on the students. For the RTI students who don't come for special education, it's usually 30-minute intervals, about 6 a day. So yeah, that's my class.